Ah, God. Hey, I was wondering when you'd be back. I've just been sleeping under the desk in here in the meantime, and Philia said she doesn't mind.
No!
So I take it you finished everything for 2.0? That was rhetorical. I can't hear you. Don't talk to the screen. Great. Then let's keep this train going and get started with 2.1. I'm just warming up with some shadow boxing. So for our first patch's main story, you begin right here with the quest Price of Principles, and it ends once you reach a natural stopping point and receive the achievement A Realm Awoken. We'll continue with the next part of the main story in 2.2. Now then, it's been about 10 minutes since the last time you fought a Freak Garuda and Titan, so how about we start with that? That's right, first up we have Extreme Mode Primals. These begin, same as previous, from Hildibrand Ch in the Waking Sands. The quest this time is Primal Nature, and we'll begin the process of unlocking and defeating Extreme Primals, much like the last time, except this time it's more extreme. These will be a significant step up in difficulty from hard mode, but you can still do them with random groups in the queue if you get decent players and look up the fights beforehand. Otherwise, you can always rely on the party finder or just having someone carry you through. These extremes have a chance to drop a pony, corresponding to the element of its respective primal, as well as another rarer mount that can be a real nightmare to drop, which is an evil unicorn combination of all three ponies that can drop from any of those extremes. You can also do the quick follow-up to Tussle with Gods from Hildibrand Ch when you've downed all three. The work of an adventurer is truly never done, especially not when you hang around the 7th Heaven bar here in Revenant's Toll. Just about everyone here has a problem that apparently only we can solve, so I suppose we'll start our next chapter, our 2.1 dungeons, with Lorianne and the quest to Maniac Manor. Hey, how's it going? Whoa, what's that about? You act like you've seen it. Oh, sorry about that. My strikingly accurate ghost cosplay isn't the only thing that has Lorianne shook, however, as she goes on to recount a recent encounter in the Shroud that has had her nerves on edge. While she was traveling, a man approached and accosted her seemingly out of nowhere, mad with fear. He spoke of a manor from which screams could be heard day and night. One Haukke Manor. Well wait, we already took care of this a while ago, remember? The keys, carpet stains, more keys, so many keys. The succubi, Lady Amandine in her risque clothing. When was this? According to her, the man recounted the events as if they were but mere days ago. Huh. Perhaps this does warrant some looking into. Well, there's one person who would know about this, and last we saw he was sitting pretty as a bench warmer in the back of Gridania. Off we go. Our hunch appears to have been spot on, as your Sandal, who is clearly not wearing sandals, seems to be stewing in as much anxiety as last time we saw him. He's pleased to see us and can confirm that the rumors are true. After we last returned with news of our triumph, your Sandal went to the Wood Whalers, who launched an investigation with the intent to pronounce the manor clear and safe. This contingent of Wood Whalers never returned. Your Sandal peered in to check on them, and what peered back, according to him, was something that possessed no soul and had no right to exist in this world. Naturally, upon hearing this turn of events, the bureaucrats in charge did the only sensible thing they could. They sent another contingent of ill-prepared whalers to their doom. It's up to us to storm the manor, rescue the surviving whalers, clear out its void-sent infestation. I mean, really, this time we went back and said it was all clear. Did we not see this hallway and like the entire East Wing? And secure the safety of the Shroud in your return to Haukke Manor. Whew, what a nightmare. A nice bite and overlooking our adventuring prospects sounds great. Let's see here. Next up is Hugh Gilbert, and the quest Out of Sight, Out of Mind, once again at 7th Heaven in Revenant's Toll. He says he has just the sort of job for a battle-hardened adventurer like ourselves. Apparently, the Copperbell Mines have been a copper hell lately, again, with rumors of hecatoncheirus abound, or at least they would be abound if the stone torches weren't doing their damnedest to suppress any word of this getting out. If things are truly as bad as this suggests, then perhaps a visit is in order, at least to scope the place out. Upon showing up to the premises, a stone torch is keeping watch outside and assures us that nothing out of the ordinary is going on in there, which is exactly what he would say if he was hiding something. He brushes off our concerns and confirms the rumors are baseless and that the stone torches have things well under control. Until a scream works its way up from the mine behind him. Suddenly, he breaks. It's all true. The mine is overrun with Hekatoncheires. Again. In case you forgot, let me take you back to the past. Specifically some 300 years prior, when the ruling Thorn dynasty of Ulda used the Hekatoncheires as slave labor in the mines until the enchanted helms they used to control them wore out, sparking a revolution. And what a revolution it was, because in desperation they collapsed the lower tunnels of the mine to end this revolt, bringing 100,000 tons of rock down on the giants' heads. The giants, understandably upset, have been stewing in their madness these 300 years deep beneath the earth, and it seems these mines go deep indeed, since another powder keg broke down a wall not revealing riches, but a charging army of Hekatoncheires. The stone torch begs us to banish the giants to the depths and save whoever is still alive down there. Descend deeper into the mine, brave the halls full of giants, and put down their leader in your return to Copperbell Mines. Lighthouses. How do they work? What do they mean? Well, it depends who you ask. For some, isolation. Others, civilization. And for others still, they represent the slight chance to see the best monster girl waifu once more. Our story begins with the quest Sirius Business, an aleport from Diamanda, apprentice to our favorite hard-of-hearing senile Lalafell, Mimidoa. Diamanda recently arrived from Nordique and Vimeli's smithy to assist in the restoration of Pharos Sirius. Little did she expect her arrival to be greeted with an all-too-familiar song hanging on the wind, however. The same song that led her father to the watery depths many years ago, and the one that she fears her brother, who is still lost at sea, could also fall victim to. She requests our help in freeing the seas from this
healthy, sexy, pretty, strong young
siren.
Come on, people!
And bids us speak with Mimidoa down at the docks. Mimidoa momentarily confuses us for someone else who once helped chase the siren off the Isle of Umbra. You know, us. But decides that he will just have to settle on our help. To hear Mimidoa tell it, our resident siren showed back up and took the lighthouse with her crew of song-charmed slaves. He expresses remorse at the loss of Diamanda's father, formerly one of his students, and swore he would repair the lighthouse in his name. He just needs someone brave enough to go toe-to-toe with... Wait, what do her feet look like? They're just curious. Don't get any ideas, alright? So I did the research, and yes, she does have toes. With that settled, we're to head to the lighthouse base and speak with David, who has a strangely out-of-place name. Maybe it's David, who suggests going in through the flood cellar, as the front door is guarded by the siren's most formidable servants, also known as her song-inhibited man-puppets. Sneak in through the flood cellar, find a way up the lighthouse, and end the siren's influence over the seas, once and for all, in Pharos Sirius. Next up, we have the beloved Hildibrand comedy questline. It begins from Wymond and Ulda by the name of The Rise and Fall of Gentlemen. Wymond has heard of strange rumors lately that are in need of investigating. Before getting into the details, he first describes one Hildibrand as the world's greatest and most famous inspector who met his untimely end after launching himself up to fight the falling moon Dalamud. They've recently found his body, and his assistant Nashu is currently investigating those self-same strange rumors. We're to meet up with her at his grave and offer what help we can in solving this case. We'll be taking this to the end of Chapter 1. You'll know it when you see it, and we'll return in the next patch. The Crystal Tower is our enigmatic 24-man raid that begins with the quest Legacy of Alec from the Outlandish Man. In Revenant's Toll. He describes an opportunity that is too good to pass up, but also extremely dangerous, and recommends us to the head of this endeavor, the leader of St. Koinok's find, Rambros. This involves exploring the mystery behind the Crystal Tower, and will lead into our first 24-man raid of Final Fantasy XIV. This can easily be queued for with randoms. It's about on par with dungeons as far as difficulty goes. When you clear the 24-man raid and the quest takes you to a natural stopping point, that'll be it for now. We'll return in 2.3. Have you ever heard a poem or song written so vividly and performed so sincerely that you could swear you were there within the stanzas? No? Well, you will now. The Ultimate Ballad is a quest picked up in the 7th Heaven bar from Alice in Revenant's Toll. She explains there's a wandering minstrel in need of stimulation at the end of the bar. The minstrel professes his need of a valiant hero as inspiration for his next piece, and it would seem that he recognizes us as the hero who felled the Black Wolf and his Ultima weapon. He would hear every detail and craft the Ultimate Ballad, a recollection of our fight with the Ultima weapon, with a few embellishments as all good stories have. Now be transported into this embellished imagining of events, in the Minstrel's Ballad, Ultima's Bane. This is on the same difficulty level of our Extreme Primals and can be done via queue or just by being carried. This drops jewelry that you probably won't need, but it's a fun fight, and if you're watching this series, you're probably the type to do it regardless of rewards anyway. We have 2 quick bonus recommendations this time. Glamour is the first of which, if you don't already have it. It starts via a self-improving man from Whiskered in Revenant's Toll. Glamour is what some consider the true endgame. Dress how you want, be who you want, run the gamut of intellectual properties and really break the mold. I mean it, really get weird with it. Our second bonus recommendation is treasure hunts. They unlock via the quest Treasures and Tribulations from Hloon in Wineport, Eastern Lenosha. These get expanded upon in the following expansions, but for now you just have the chance to get a little treasure map from Gathering that leads you to a fight and some goodies. And that's a wrap for 2.1. Here's our checklist, and thank you so much for watching. These take a while to film and write and edit, but they're quite fun to make, and I'll keep going to current and forever after. I'll be seeing you again soon for patch 2.2. Take care.